Hey, this is Keith at Half Tracks and Honeybees. Hope y'all are doing well today. Well, this next little video is just is several clips, different little pieces and parts put together of a swarm I had at the bee yard. I was in the shop working on some stuff and I heard the jet take off, so I ran out and sure enough had a hive swarming. You really hate to see that. It was one of my big hives, making a lot of honey. You know when they swarm, it's going to knock down your honey production, but man, I love working swarms, trying to figure out how to get those ladies back in the box. It's to me, it's a whole lot of fun. So anyway, here it is. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Now that's what a swarm looks like coming out of the hive. Check out those bees. Got a swarm going on. Thousands of them. It looks like they're all starting to cluster up on that limb. And I've got a box down here with some lure in it. A lot of them are starting to come down and check it out. So hopefully we can get them from there to here. We shall see. It's always fun trying to catch a swarm. It's amazing. Pretty nice little swarm going on here. I got some coming down to the box. Looks like most of them are up there. Which we can still get them, but if they come down here, it'll be a whole lot easier. Here, bee, 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 bee. Here, bee, 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 bee. That don't seem to be working. What y'all think? Swarms are amazing. They didn't go too far. The hives are just right over there. There's my shop. The cluster is right up there. So that's not too high. I can get that. But it sure would be nice if they would come down to this box. Now I've got a couple of old combs out of the swarm box. And then the one in the middle is a honey frame. I just extracted some honey, so I'm sure that frame smells really good. Then it's got a few plastic foundations with extra wax on them and some swarm lure. So it seems to have gotten their attention, but not all of them. So we're just going to sit here and see what happens. Of course, we'll be looking for the queen. But yeah, this was one of my bigger production hives. They were making a lot of honey for me. So it kind of puts a hurting on that. I've been inspecting about every week, looking for sales. Probably hadn't inspected as much since I put the last honey supers on. So anyway, they obviously wanted to swarm, so here they are. But I'll be back in a bit. Nothing much exciting going on right now. A lot of the bees are out of the air. They either came this way or they went that way. So I'll make sure and get the video back rolling if anything exciting happens. Stay tuned. Okay, well, we're back now. Not a whole lot has happened. We definitely got 3 distinct groups of bees. We got the group down here on the box. We like those. Then up in the tree, it's hard to see from down here. I guess you'd call that one cluster. But they're kind of connected. It's funny, there's a hole there in the middle of the cluster. You can see daylight. That's kind of neat. So yeah, that's a big old cluster up there. But I went ahead and put my jacket and veil on. Seemed like the lower they got, the spicier they got. So I haven't seen the queen, but we got quite a few bees in here. But I am going to set this camera up on a tripod over there. It's funny, I had a big swarm right over there. You can see where that daylight is in that little clearing. Had a big swarm there last year. These aren't too far from there. But anyway, I'm gonna set the camera up on the tripod, and I'm gonna set this box off closer to the ground, because I'm going to drop that swarm in my basket here in just a minute. And it's going to be easier to dump if it's on the ground. I can't dump it if it's up on this basket, up on this stand very good. So anyway, stay tuned. It's fixing to get exciting. Forgot my hive tool, so you gotta do what you gotta do. So I got them up off the ground. I'm gonna put another box on top. Then we're gonna try to knock them out of that tree into a bucket and dump the bucket in here. That's the plan. Place your bets. Excuse me, ladies. Okay. Now, I'm gonna do a little practicing with the bucket. We'll pull y'all back a little bit. It's going to be hard to show everything. Not sure which y'all would like to see best. See if we get off this way. Excuse me. We didn't just have an earthquake. We're moving the camera. Like we said, the cluster is way up there. Can y'all see it? Let me get the camera out of the tripod. Clusters. Right there in the center. So we're going to put our bucket up under there, clunk it, then bring the bucket down and dump the bees in here. Y'all ready? That's a lot of bees. Let's see how this is going to work. Can't quite reach it. I'm gonna have to go get a ladder. Don't tell my wife I'm getting a ladder. Okay. Y'all ready? That's a lot of bees. It weighted my bucket down, I couldn't catch it. Ready? Okay, a lot of them are flying back up. There were so many bees in the bucket, the weight got away from me. I think I dumped them over there. But they're all flying back up to there. So we'll get another shot at it. Make the pole shorter and climb a little bit higher. So leverage isn't such a problem. That worked a little better. We'll let them get calmed down and try it again. This time we'll get a shot of what I'm doing up there. Okay, let's plunk them again and see what we do. Yeah, they're up on the top side of that limb. So when we plunk them, it don't knock them all off. But a lot of them are coming down. So we're slowly getting them. Of course, they would pick a toasty day to do this. Close to 90 degrees today. Okay, let's get back down here. A lot of them are coming down, landed on top of that screen bottom board. The screen inner cover, which is actually working out pretty good. Because they come down, land on it, interested in the smell. I can knock them off down in the hive and start all over again. There are a lot of bees still in this basket that I need to knock off. Let's pull this back in. Sure they enjoyed that. But yeah, lots of bees are coming down here. Can you see that? How many's on here? Give it enough time. I'm going to clunk it again and stir them up. And if I can get the rest of them to come down. We definitely got them stirred up. Knocked a lot of flower petals off down here. Trying to get the sticks out of there. A little bit of noise going on over here. Let's let y'all see what's happening in the box. See, a lot of them are coming down here landing. Still a few going back up, still a few in the air. But this is actually working. It's working pretty good. Get y'all a little closer here. So with this screen inner cover, I had never tried this before. It actually works pretty good. They get the odor, what's coming out of the hive. They come down, can't get in. You can let them collect for a bit. And then whoosh him in the hive. That actually works pretty good. I'm glad y'all thought of that. I'm going to sneak over to one of my resource hives and pull a frame of brood. I'll be right back. Okay. Got a nice frame here. Got some open brood and some closed brood. So that should help anchor these ladies in this box. Put that right there. There's no bees left up in the tree. Check this out. They're gone. Looks like they're all down here now. How cool is that? Now we do have quite a few bees here on the ground. They did that while I was going to get that frame of brood. Let me move the camera around here, get a better shot. Okay, so y'all know what that means. We're going to have to put the box on the ground and let them walk in. So let me get this ladder out of the way. We're going to set the hive right over here. Let that magical walk begin. Look at them. We'll get y'all a little closer to the action. Excuse my terrible camera management. Look at those ladies walking in. That's one of the miracles of beekeeping. Never gets old. How cool is that? I believe we got the queen in the box. What do y'all think? That's a lot of bees. I hate we lost them out of that big hive, but at least we didn't lose them to the trees. Y'all still enjoying the walk? I'm going to get us a little bit of altitude here. It's funny, I had this old tripod back when we had the old VHS camcorder that you threw on your shoulder and videoed your kids way more than they wanted you to. And I've got the rest of the frames to go in this box. I've also got them a little pollen patty and a little fondant. So we've got a frame of brood. We're going to get them some food. And treat them like valued guests. We want them to stay. This fondant is great stuff. Some people say you shouldn't be feeding it this time of year, but the bees love it. I hadn't had any problem. That'll get going really quick. You won't have time to melt and make a mess. And I'm going to give them a little bit of pollen patty. And I love these screen intercovers. I run these on pretty much all my hives in the summertime. In the springtime, I put a cover over the screen so much air can't come out. But in the heat of the summer, like today, they're great. You can open the cover, see what your bees are up to. They dry the honey down great. I don't think it hurts anything. I'm doing an experiment right now with a screen intercover on a swarm box. A swarm box that's already caught 3 swarms. So I know it works. I know the location's good. All I changed was I went from a solid intercover to a screen intercover. And let's see if the bees really care. Still got several over here. As you can still see, the middle is walking just great. You can already see the bees up here on the food. They're probably starving after that long flight they had from about, I don't know, maybe 200 foot away, if that far. They had a long journey. I'm sure they're wore out. But they'll have a belly full of honey and they'll be ready to make some comb. That top box is mostly heavily waxed foundation, as well as the bottom box. Got a few frames of partial comb, that one frame of brood. So, and it's funny, I couldn't figure out what it was that these bees are carrying around. You see this one right here, carrying that little piece of white. That's where I knocked that tree earlier and a bunch of blooms fell off in the box. So now they're having to clean the blooms out. Sorry about that, ladies. Didn't mean to cause you extra work. Okay, we're going to try a little experiment here. They say that tanging will make bees go back in a box. So I'm going to try to tang them and see if anything happens when they're walking in a hive. Reckon that'll make them go faster? Or they might just all fly up and kill me. But we'll have it on film. Other than my ears ringing more than normal, I really didn't see anything happen. Did y'all? Okay, we'll call that a failure. Well, we finally got 99.9% of them in the box. We strapped up the box and then toted it up here. So the bees went from this hive, and you can't really tell anything happened. See how many bees are left up here in the top. You can tell there's a few missing. But anyway, they went from that hive up in the air, around here, over behind that cedar tree, got them in a box, and moved them right back over there. So they probably didn't actually move, but let's see. About 20 foot. So y'all went a long ways to move 20 foot. But you got a belly full of honey for a long trip that you didn't use. You got a bunch of undrawn foundation. So y'all get your butts in gear, draw out some comb. You got food, you got brood, you got a pollen patty, you got a little fondant. Let's see what that looks like in the top. That's another good thing about these screen inner covers. That's a lot of bees. But they're already going to town on the fondant patty. And doing good. So anyway, swarm in the box. Well, that was a whole lot of fun, wasn't it? I enjoy a good swarm. That one was kind of in the middle of the woods, not far from the shop, so I had to go through the trees a lot. But anyway, it worked out okay. We got the ladies back in a box, so they've got some brood and food, comb. I've actually added another box of foundation on them because there were so many bees in the 2 boxes. So it's already three mediums high. So they should do some good work. It's been raining the past couple of days. Sun's going to come out today and the bees will go crazy. So it'll be fun. Anyway, if you enjoyed that, please hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you like the crazy variety of stuff we do here. Please make sure you always take time to enjoy the buzz, and we will catch y'all later. Take care.